Well, I'm trying to make my boyfriend a high-value man. Hey, Malika, that you on Kevin Samuel? Who that is? Shut up, Jarvis. What's going on, y'all? Grind to Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today I'm checking out that boy Confidence Creator once again because he came with another video that I agree with a couple, 2-3 points that he has. And, you know, I wanted to add my own insight to it. The name of the video right here is Gorgeous Dre Says F Kevin Samuels. And before you start getting to it, to y'all little Kevin Samuels followers and just these little defense force, I know y'all probably down in the comments like, ha, ha, Kevin, we must protect Kevin at all costs. For the Godfather. Shut the hell up, man. First off, that shit is lame. And second off, everything that Kevin Samuels says is not set in stone, man. Yeah, I like Kevin Samuels, and I think it's pretty entertaining when he's putting some silly woman in her place who has 6 kids and she's 600 pounds and a 6 on her best day with makeup, but she wants a man with 6 figures. I think it's entertaining, and I think it's refreshing and it's needed sometimes. Some people need a little reality check. But everything he says it's not always agreeable. So that's pretty much, you know, what I'm talking about here on this video right here, man. It's just not all agreeable, man. Before we get into it though, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I love hearing everybody's opinion, man. If y'all, you know, whether you agree or disagree, man, as long as you're constructive, man, we can have a nice little cordial conversation down in the comments, man. If you have some bullshit, man, I'm gonna have to go and flame you up, flame you out, and you gonna be hurt. But yeah, let's go and get into this thing, man, and see what your boy Confidence Creator has to say. Go ahead and get him to 10K, man. He's almost there. Let's get it.
I wish you would get in the goddamn line with me. I sure wish you would. You got a problem with women. You, Kevin Samuels. You got a problem with women. Kevin, you done pissed.
Alright, man, so before he starts talking about, what do you guys think, man? Once and for all, does Kevin Samuels have a problem with women? I need you to go and comment that down, man. Do you think he does, or do you think he doesn't? And me in particular, I don't think Kevin Samuels has a problem with women. I just think that he looks at them as lesser than. And you probably like, oh, you dumbass, but that's the same thing, but you dumbass hell, you dumbass hell. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like I say, like, you love your dog, but you're not gonna be like, yeah, goddamn, I'll listen to whatever goddamn Rocky says. Like you're not taking into account whatever your dog says. And that's how I think Kevin Samuels looks at women. I think Kevin Samuels looks at even men like that. He doesn't really show any I guess like niceness to anybody. Like, you know how y'all ladies be like, yeah, his tone and the way he says it is so mean. Like, he's not nice to guys either. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's arrogance on Kevin Samuels' behalf. And I'm gonna say that, you know, I can understand where he gets his arrogance in some respects. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later down the road on the video, man. And I'm gonna see if you agree with me. But let's go ahead and get to the video and see what he has to say.
The pimpin' off. Yeah, I'm just here to report it. But first, who is Gorgeous Dre? You don't know Gorgeous Dre? Bitch, I know Gorgeous Dre, but the audience doesn't. So just roll a clip.
Words empowered us.
This is something that will destroy him.
King Magazine hails him the West Coast Don, the most anticipated follow-up to the movie American Pimp.
Like, I'm still getting booted because I'm with Gorgeous Dre.
Gorgeous Dre brings you master of the game.
What I'm about to give you now is priceless.
It's priceless. It's priceless. So today, we're going to be reacting to Gorgeous Dre disagreement with Kevin Samuels. And we're starting right.
I have a man who's in the process of becoming a high-value man, but he's not quite there yet.
So you know, Kevin doesn't really play about his content. So I'm going to cut it up and summarize some of it. We have a 27-year-old woman that has questions for Kevin. She's married with 2 kids. They've been together for 7 years, and her husband's 32. So she's calling Kevin asking for advice on how she can support her man.
When you say he's in the process of becoming a high-value man,
so he has his degrees. He was working, but due to COVID, he just got out of a job, and he's now in the.
Stop.
So this guy's.
All right, man. So I got a couple, 2-3 things that I'm saying there. There's a couple, 2-3 layers to it, man. And my first gripe with it is, why the hell would this little silly girl call Kevin Samuels for advice on her man. You're putting yourself out there. You're also making your man look kind of silly out here in these streets because you don't know what his friends know about him. You don't know what his family know about him. And now they see your face on Kevin Samuels and you talking about some, yeah, he was doing this, but now he's making 40K. Like why are you? Did you just want to be seen? Why didn't you go to an actual expert? And that, like, Kevin Samuels is not an expert in that specific situation. Like, yeah, he talks about the modern woman and dating, and yeah, you fat as fuck, and yeah, that's why you can't get no man because you got 6 kids and all. You know, those things are cool. But Kevin Samuels is not the guy that you go to be like, yeah, how do I build my wealth? Kevin Samuels doesn't tell anybody about that kind of stuff. He just tells people how to date and get married and what kind of woman you should be, feminine, submissive, all this kind of stuff. So I didn't like that right there. I thought that was pretty silly, and I think of it as like her not being happy with the man. Like, yeah, you're disguising it as like you want to help him and everything like that, but it's like you're not happy with him, so you calling on Kevin Samuels, kind of embarrassing him in a little bit of a way, if you ask me. And it's like you're like acting like a mom, and no man wants a mom. But let's keep going.
Architect making $40,000 a year, and his wife is trying to support him after he lost his job due to COVID.
You're on the phone. You're on YouTube asking, "What can you do to help me become high value?"
What I want to know is how can I help him in the process?
You can't.
I disagree, and so does Andre Taylor, aka Mr. G Dre. With all due respect, I can't keep calling another man gorgeous.
No homo.
Just call you Andre.
Okay.
Nope. You're irrelevant to this. All women are irrelevant to this.
Got it.
And where's high value? Did he wake up one morning and say, you know what, honey? I want to be high value now.
I mean, the man went to school for architecture.
Nobody wants to be low value,
Seems like
bro.
he's trying to get to that bag.
Did he say that?
Did he say he wants to be high value now?
Yeah.
No, he did not.
So why are we having this conversation?
But does he have to say, I want to be high value to be high value? No. The average architect makes from $40,000 to $120,000 a year, so they make decent money. He's just at the starting point.
No, I'm asking what.
And I'm gonna say another thing right there, man. Is as far as what Kevin said, I think his delivery, the way he said it, was just silly. And you know how Kevin said he doesn't really know how to talk to people. Like at the same time, he knows how to talk to people, but he doesn't know how to talk to people, man. And right there, I think what he meant to say was that you can't make this man do something that he doesn't want to do. Like if the man's sitting up being a bum or being a sore loser or whatever it is because he lost his job or whatever and this happened or that happened or you know he's currently in this spot, there's nothing that you can do to help him. It's up to him at the end of the day. And I absolutely agree with the Confidence Creator on the fact that he was saying that you know the women can help you, but they can't do the whole thing for you. You have to want it for yourself. Like you can't sit up here and rely on a woman like that. And even with that, you're risking it because there could be a point where you know you're relying on your woman too much. Now she's starting to disrespect you and look at you as a bum. She's starting to keep score. Maybe she's starting to disrespect you because she sees that you know you're too reliant on her, man. In the words of Young Scooter.
Don't ever let a nigga think you need him. No.
But yeah, man, that's just what I think about that. What do you guys think, man? I would say that a good analogy would be like me training a client, man. It's like yeah, you're big and you're working out and everything like that, but what do you do on the days when I'm not there? Okay, so we work out 3 days a week. What are you doing on those other 4 days? Are you eating right? Are you putting in an extra little bit of work? You know, what are you doing? Are you getting the right amount of sleep and rest? You know, so at the end of the day, it's ultimately up to the person is what Kevin Samuels is saying. He just didn't word it in the right way.
We're having a conversation.
Because I obviously see value in him becoming better, just like how I see value.
But that ain't what you marry.
Anyone would want to.
That ain't what you marry. That ain't what you marry.
Yeah, no, I just disagree. If he's 32 and just getting to his career, minor setbacks make major comebacks. No offense to Kevin, but you just became famous on YouTube last year.
Right.
And you're 56. This man is 32. My age.
Let's look at these stats right here. So we got Kevin Roshan Samuels, 56. He is 6'2", 140. That's crazy, bro. 6'2", 143 pounds. Kevin, you need to go to the gym, my boy. You cannot be running around here 6'2", 143. That shit is outrageous. Let's keep going.
Tons of people that don't get it right until well in their 30s, 40s, or 50s.
True.
He's told me several times he wants to become better. So obviously he wants to improve his value as a man, right?
Okay.
So you know.
Man, you can't raise a boy.
So he's a boy because he's not high value yet?
Right.
Ladies, Kevin is wrong, which is why I don't always agree with everything he says. You can motivate a man to get his ass off the couch and be better. True. In high school, I hated studying the reading part of the SATs, so my ex studied with me. When I was younger, I had women help me all the time. I had women apply for jobs for me, correct my resume, and hell, my wife gave me money to finish my certifications. Me and my wife, we're a team. So not only is she with me shooting in the gym, but she's on the court, passing me the rock. It's that simple.
He's already a man.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with that, man. And just like I said, man, at the end of the day, it's ultimately up to you. You can have help from your girl. You can have help from other body. Nobody makes it on their own. But it's ultimately up to you. You have to really put in the work. How many times have you, have you been kind of sitting there kind of thinking about how you're waiting on this person that said they was going to help you, and then, it took all along and stuff, and then when you finally did, you're like, man, I could have did that shit myself, and now you're realizing that it's easy. It's kind of on that same level. Like, you can't be sitting up waiting around on people because they take long sometimes, or they feel like they can disrespect you, they feel like they're above you and all this kind of stuff. But I do think that you can get some help out here in these streets, man. That's just what I think on it. What do you guys think? Let's get it.
Ladies, I understand what you're saying. How can I help it? You can't help a man become high value.
So that's Kevin's take. Now let's hear from Andre. And I'm not going to interrupt him.
Alright, man. So I'm going to end the video right there, man. If you want to watch it, I'm going to link it down in the description below. But the guy he keeps on talking about the same thing. He says the same thing over and over again. It's an overall good message, but he's basically saying, yeah, you need help from your woman and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, bro, you used to be a pimp, so man, you only really figured out because you had to sit down for a little bit, and then you came out of prison and figured it out, man. So now you're doing things straight. But anyway, as far as that goes, man, the main disagreement I have with that whole thing is Kevin Samuels saying, yeah, now you helping a boy and all this kind of stuff, and then Confidence Creator pointed out a great point when he said, bro, you just got famous, bro, on YouTube just not too long ago. I remember when Kevin Samuels was making cologne videos and clothes videos and stuff like that, and I would see him, in my mentions or whatever like that, but I wouldn't be interested in it. I hadn't subscribed or anything like that because it didn't look enticing to me. I don't care about cologne. I mean, I want to smell good and everything like that, but I don't need you to tell me about the latest cologne. I don't need you to tell me about no clothes and shoes because you're old. What's that mean to me? Like, I figured he was giving old man game. Sorry, he just got right, man, and that's the thing that's killing me, man. Like some of these guys, some of these red pill coaches and all that, they kind of make young guys, feel inadequate, man. Like, and I don't like that. Like,
I want to say he started in 2015, and I have those 2015 videos, and I will be sharing those videos. But you have to understand that this man who's acting like he is high value and a man of exquisite taste, living a luxury life, this man was peddling money on GoFundMe in 2017 so that he could buy YouTube equipment. This is Kevin Samuels, right? And I'm going to get more into this video. That
it's like you're leaving out parts of the story. Yeah, Kevin Samuels, in several of his different interviews, he said stuff like, yeah, I had cancer. Yeah, I was working at the telemarketing company, had to build myself up from there. Yeah, I was waitressing at Papa Do's, and then I had to goddamn network and tech work. And then, yeah, I was, what else I had did, goddamn? Yeah, I was an engineer. Like, he's had several different stories. And then he also even said one more thing that he was like, yeah, he was 44 cleaning toilets at the Office Depot and everything like that. So it's like, how are you? And this was during a time when he was married to a woman who was making maybe 3 times the money he was making. I think she was making like close to 3K, and he was only making 900 or something like that, man. So,
and this is the man that's always talking about image. Well, if you look at this picture right here, let me zoom in, right? Old boy is missing a tooth. Kevin Samuels is missing a tooth. How are you this high value image consultant when you can't even afford proper dental care?
So he knows what it's like to be down bad, man. And that's one thing that's like I said, I don't like that about these red pill coaches. They make guys feel inadequate because they act as if they've never been down bad before. I don't fuck with that at all, man. Like, you've been down bad before. Why? I mean, why aren't you having more understanding and all that kind of stuff? And then I guess this is when I'm going to get into the part where I understand why Kevin Samuels is a little bit arrogant. And I guess he's saying stuff like he's thinking about things like, you know, if I can make it through cancer, you know, going from whatever job I had to then cleaning toilets at the Office Depot to now, you know, I'm at the point where I'm at now, doing YouTube. And, you know, I did all this stuff as far as, you know, getting my public speaking game together and, you know, working on my craft as far as, you know, looking at different outfits and whatnot. I guess I can understand that because, like, you know, he went through a lot, and I would look at it as like me as a fighter. Like, I look at all these young guys and they tell me all these little problems they got with stuff, and I'm like, bro, shut the hell up, bro. I was goddamn doing that with nothing. Like, you know, they'd be like, yeah, yeah, man, I just can't lose the weight. I just can't lose the weight. I can't run miles. I can't do it. And I'm like, bro, I was running miles every day with no food, and you have a mom and a dad that's paying your bills. What are you talking about, bro? Like, that's still, like, you know, it's that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure you have a certain thing that you're good at, and then when other people say something that you know, they say something about that specific realm or whatever it is, you're looking at them like, what the hell? You can't do that. And I think that's why he's arrogant to people, because he feels like he's went through so many different things and he was able to get to the point that he's at now. So I can kind of understand that, but at the same time, he still should have a better delivery.
Kevin, I'm so glad on the show. I love your fedora and your orange sweater. It looks so good on you.
Name, age, occupation.
Well, Kevin, I gave you a compliment. You ain't hear that?
I don't care about that. She looked like a linebacker.
But
see, everybody, this is what the modern women think. They think that they can just give you a compliment and you're supposed to just come back and be nice to them as well. And they think they're getting your good side like that. Well, that's not how it works. Like I said, you're on my show. Name, age, occupation. And while you're at it, dress size.
My name's Malika. I'm 32 and I'm a doctor. Please don't ask for my weight. Please don't ask my dress size. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay. Well, what kind of doctor are you? Are you a veterinarian?
No, I don't like dogs.
A dentist?
No, I don't like teeth. They gross. I'm a neurosurgeon.
Oh, okay. That's a mostly male-dominated field. How'd you get into that?
I had went to ICDC, graduated top of my class, so yeah, I got in that way.
So it probably was, you know, they were just trying to have a little diversity there, man. They just wanted to add a woman in there so it didn't seem like they were being sexist or whatever, because, you know, you guys aren't really much or anything. But, yeah, what was your question that you had today?
Well, I'm trying to make my boyfriend a high-value man. Hey, Malika, that you on Kevin Samuels? Who that is? Shut up, Jarvis.
Ma'am, cut the background.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry. Why you talking to that fruit ass nigga anyway? Jarvis, shut the hell up. I'm trying to talk to him.
So, ma'am, there's really nothing that you can do to help anybody that doesn't really want to help themselves. There's nothing you can do.
But Kevin.
He's a boy. There's nothing you can do to help him.
Boy, who the hell is gay ass talking to? I'll beat the Fruity Loops up out his ass, boy. What the hell he talking about? Jarvis, stop.
Keep on bringing that guy. Bring him into the camera.
Jarvis, stop.
Sounding like a bum. Bring him into the camera.
Oh, you want to see me fuck nigga? Wait till I catch your ass at Lennox, goddamn.
Jarvis. If you want to keep on talking to this other guy and not talking to me, I'm going to bid you a good night.
Fuck nigga, I been had money in the screen. I'm gonna catch your fuck ass at Lennox with your weight. Jarvis, stop it. Jarvis, why you for fuck ass nigga? I'm gonna beat your ass.
Alright, y'all. So yeah, you can't make this shit up, man. The modern woman. And then also on top of that, like I said earlier, he's still can't leave out the dirty bits where, you know, he had to clean up the toilets and, you know, his wife was probably disrespectful. Like, you can't leave that kind of stuff out and then be talking about, yeah, he a little boy and all this kind of stuff. And I look at that on the opposite end. Is like another example would be like the NFL stories where, you know, like the guys, like they'll tell you how a guy started from, you know, he started off playing football and everything like that, and he didn't make it. And then, you know, he was working at the grocery store and all that kind of stuff, bagging groceries, and then he went to the NFL. But then they leave out, like this, I'm thinking about Kurt Warner. They leave out the fact that Kurt Warner was an arena football player and he was a college standout. And they just make it seem as if, yeah, you just work hard and just go every day to work out and then do your weight training and then meet a couple, 2-3 people, then you'll get in the NFL. And it's like, bro, you work all hard, and then when you don't make it, now you feel like shit. And that's the same. And it's like on the opposite end, like these guys are out here thinking that, yeah, I shouldn't go through any trials and tribulations because I see Kevin Samuels didn't have no trials and tribulations. So that's what I don't like about it. I don't like when people leave shit out to make the story seem more cool or heroic or whatever the hell, man. That's just my thoughts on it, man. And I used to hate on the YouTuber by the name of Poor Black Man, but as time has went on, I've kind of have understood more, you know, why he says the things he says or why he does the things he does. I think essentially what the message of his channel is you know, for young guys not to feel inadequate because these guys are up here talking about all this high value talking, all this kind of stuff, and make you feel sorry because you ain't got this amount of money and all that, and this is the only thing that makes you high value. And I can understand, you know, why he says the things he says. As far as the other detractors like Spiritual Whistle Lady and all of them, like that lady has glaring issues to me, so I don't really take anything that she says into account. Cause it's like, bro, like you got problems on your own. I think that's why you doing what you doing. But Poor Black Man, I think he's okay, man. And yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on the whole situation. What do you guys think about that, man? Do you think that Kevin Samuels is arrogant? Do you think he has a reason to be arrogant? Do you think that he hates women? Do you think that he equally hates both men and women? Not hate, but you know, it just feels like they're lesser than. You know, what do you think about that? Let me know. Would you like him to start talking to men more? I personally would enjoy him talking to men a lot more. It would be way more entertaining to hear like a man say this, this, and this, and then Kevin Samuels in his current form get on a man and be like, hey, brother, this is what you need to do. This is what you should have been doing. This is what you should have did. Like, that would be way more helpful than telling a woman. That's helpful. Like, telling a woman like that she needs to get herself in shape and make her attitude adjustment and all this kind of stuff is helpful too. But I think if you're trying to help men in the end, I think that, you know, we're talking to men every now and again, or, you know, every week, one time a week, versus just talking to the women would be cool too. That's my thoughts on it, man. Y'all go check out Confidence Creator, man, and check out Poor Black Man too. They both have pretty good videos and interesting takes. And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody who watched the video to this point, man. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.